Welcome back, dear students. This video is for class 10th subject science, chapter number 4, carbon and its compounds, and this is lecture number 6. So in lecture number 5 we have done hydrocarbons. Hydrocarbons which are of further two types, saturated and unsaturated hydrocarbons. Saturated hydrocarbons, which are also called alkanes, and unsaturated hydrocarbons, which are having double and triple bonds between the carbon atoms, are called unsaturated, and these are also called alkenes when carbon is having a double bond with other carbon atom, and when carbon is having a triple bond, then it is called alkynes. So in this lecture we are going to study cyclic compounds, under which we will see homocyclic and heterocyclic compounds. And then our second main topic will be functional groups. These small topics are very important as we have to do the nomenclature part of organic compounds, and to do that part we need to know every small information regarding the nomenclature. So before that we are doing the basics of the nomenclature now. So let us begin with the first topic. So first topic is cyclic compounds. What are cyclic? As the name suggests, cyclic means a closed ring. So the compounds of carbon in which carbon atoms are arranged in the form of rings are called cyclic compounds. Cyclic compounds can be of two types. They can be homocyclic or heterocyclic. So what are homocyclic compounds? When a ring of compound consists of carbon atoms only, then that compound is known as homocyclic compound. Homo means similar, cyclic means a closed ring. That means when only carbon atoms are present in the organic compound, then this ring, this closed structure will be known as homocyclic compounds. For example, we have cyclopropane. Propane, that means there is a presence of 3 carbon atoms. So 3 carbon atoms, this is propane, so it will be alkane. Single bonds between the carbon atoms, and rest of the valencies are fulfilled by the monovalent hydrogen atom. So at each corner we have CH2, CH2, CH2. They are combined with the single bond between them. So they can be represented as the bond line structure, which is representing the 3 corners as CH2 molecule, and because of this closed shape, this propane is known as cyclopropane. We can have one more example, that is cyclobutane. Butane means 4 carbon atoms. So 4 carbon atoms are present in a cyclic structure, and the rest of the valencies of carbon are fulfilled by the monovalent hydrogen atom. So 4 corners are representing one corner is representing CH2. So that CH2 we have represented here with the bond line structure, that this one corner is representing CH2 molecule, and this is the single bond between this carbon and this carbon. So here also we have CH2, 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 all having a single bond in between them. So this closed structure is called cyclobutane. Now you would have understood that one corner or one line is representing the bonding of 2 CH2 molecules. So the same way as we were having cyclopropane and butane, we can have cyclopentane and cyclohexane as well. So cyclopentane will be having 5 corners, or it will be forming a pentane. So this is the bond line structure of the cyclopentane. Here we have the bond line structure of cyclohexane. So at each corner CH2 molecule is present. C carbon of this corner is making single bond with this carbon, and this here also we have a CH2 molecule, and at all the corners we have CH2 molecules combined with the single bonds in between them. Till now we have done the examples of single bonds only, but there is one compound which can also be known as the cyclic compound. Here, this cyclic compound is a benzene ring. Benzene means 6 carbon atoms attached by alternate double bonds. And to fulfill the valency of these 6 carbon atoms, H6, that is 6 number of hydrogen atoms are required. So let us see how it is formed. So we have, try to understand the structure, that we have 6 carbon atoms in the form of a ring. First make single bonds in between them. Now, as I told you that benzene is an organic compound which is having 6 carbon atoms in the form of a ring and double bonds at alternate places. So if you start making double bonds from here, then leave one place and make double bond here, then leave this place and make a double bond here. Now, as each carbon atom is having 4 valence electrons, so 3 valence electrons are now involved in the covalent bonding using the carbon atoms. Only one is left, so that we will fulfill by the help of hydrogen. So now you can see that all the valencies of carbon are fulfilled. So this is known as benzene ring. So this benzene, as I told you, that this is having alternate double bonds between the carbon atoms. So these double bonds I am representing here with the bond line structure are represented here. But it is not always true that the bonds will only be present at these positions only. They can also be at these positions, which are the alternate or different positions than these. Why this is possible? Because actually benzene, which is having which is having 3 triple bonds at alternate places inside the ring, they are movable, or they are always changing their places, and that is why, because of the resonance, they do so. But this you will study in the 11th class. But till now you have to understand that these bonds, these alternate double bonds, can change their positions. So depending upon that, this structure, this bond line structure, is generally used for benzene. This dotted circle tells us that these double bonds, they are movable, or they can move or shift their positions. Now, as you know that we have done homocyclic compounds, we have done so many examples of propane, butane, cyclopropane, cyclobutane, cyclopentane, cyclohexane and benzene, which is a special organic compound. So homocyclic compounds can be further divided into 2 categories. One is aliphatic homocyclic compounds and second is aromatic homocyclic compounds. These classifications are on the basis of their properties. Now let us see what are aliphatic compounds and what are aromatic compounds. So the first is aliphatic compounds. So aliphatic compounds are the compounds in which the ring of carbon is having 3 to 4 carbon atoms and its general formula is CnH2n. So H2n is the proper formula from which the ring has taken the shape, but we will always be having a number of hydrogen atom less than 2n, because only after the removal of one hydrogen we can join the straight chain in the form of a ring. So here we have an example of, can you identify this? Yes, this is cyclopropane. Yes, so as we have to form the aliphatic compounds, it should be having 3 or 4 carbon compounds. So it is having 3 and it is having CH2 so here also we will be having CH2 Here also we'll be having CH2. This we will be having H here, not this H and H. So this way we will have the cyclopropane structure. But earlier what we were having, in case of propane, we were having CH3, CH2, CH3. So we were having C3H8. But now the formula has changed, but because we have removed one hydrogen from the end and we have joined these two carbon atoms with the single bond. Aromatic compounds. Aromatic means aroma. Aromatic word has come from the word aroma. Aroma means smell or fragrance. So these compounds have been named because of their property of having some particular kind of smell. That means each aromatic compound will be having its own smell by which it can be identified. So, but apart from the smell, what is there so special in the aromatic compounds? Compounds containing at least one benzene ring. Benzene ring that we just studied. So these kind of compounds which are having at least one benzene ring are called aromatic compounds. So here you can see that this is benzene ring, 6 carbon atoms arranged in a form of closed ring, and they are forming a hexane, you can say, and they are having double bonds at alternate places. So C6H6 is the formula for benzene. Then we have the second part of cyclic compound, that is heterocyclic compound. The word hetero means different. So what is different here? As we know that in a homocyclic compound, only carbon atoms are forming the ring. But here, as the word hetero is coming here, it tells that when the ring of compound consists of carbon as well as any other atom of some different element, then that compound will be known as heterocyclic compound. That means it is having one or more different elements or atoms from some other than carbon. Cyclic compounds with at least one atom of another element in addition to carbon. That means we are having a carbon ring in which at one place or one or more places we have some different atom which is from some other element. It can be oxygen, it can be sulfur, it can be nitrogen, or it can be some other element depending upon the tendency to attach with the carbon. So we have some famous or important heterocyclic compounds which I am showing you here, and you have to remember these examples because they can help you either in the further topics or they will be important as for the exam purpose also. So here you can see that we are having a pentane structure. Pentane means 5 carbon ring. But here at all the places I have shown corner, and here I have shown some other element or a circle. So this is not the circle, this is actually the oxygen. So when in a pentane ring you are having 4 carbon atoms along with one different atom, that is oxygen specially, and we are having 2 double bonds in this just to satisfy the valencies of carbon atom. Then this is called furan. Its name is furan. This heterocyclic compound is called furan. Now let us see the arrangements of carbon atoms. So we have 4 carbon atoms. Actually we should have 5, but at one carbon's place oxygen has come. So we have carbon, and here we have oxygen which has attached with the carbon, which has taken the place of carbon in a cyclopentane. Sorry, it's not pentane now because it is having a double bond here. So to satisfy the valencies of the carbon atoms, we have attached the monovalent hydrogen atom. Remember the name of this compound, Now we have some more different compounds which are having some different elements, and depending upon they are having a different name. Like we have the same pentane structure, but now we are not having oxygen at the place of fifth carbon. Now we are having sulfur, and if sulfur is present in a pentane 5 carbon ring along with the double bonds in between the carbon atoms, then this is known as thiophene. One more important compound we have, that if nitrogen comes in the place of carbon, fifth carbon in a pentane ring, so it will be called as pyrrole. This is also one of the very important heterocyclic compound that we have to remember. Now these were the structures which are having 4 carbons and one other element, but this we have a 6 carbon ring in which at one place of carbon one different element, that is nitrogen, has come. So this is actually a benzene ring kind of structure, in which at the place of 6th carbon we are having one nitrogen atom. So now this is called pyridine. Now our second topic is functional groups. So functional group, as the name suggests, it performs some particular function when it is combined with a compound. Now what is the functional group? When an atom or group of atoms forms a bond with the carbon atom in a ring or chain of an organic compound showing some characteristics properties of their own, then that atom or group of atom is called a functional group. That means either some atom or group of atom is combining with the carbon chain or carbon ring, and this group of atom is showing its own characteristic properties, then this group which is getting attached with the carbon ring or carbon chain, then this is called functional group. Now how can we attach a functional group in the carbon ring or carbon chain? So we must remove one of the hydrogen atoms to combine the functional group. So this group of atoms which is combined within the carbon ring, or which we are attaching in the carbon chain or ring, is termed as functional group. Functional because it performs some particular functions or it is having some particular characteristics of its own. Now the elements replacing the hydrogen, such as in such compounds like organic compounds, we have a carbon chain or we have a carbon ring. So in that ring or that carbon chain, some element or group of atoms which is replacing that one hydrogen is called heteroatom. So heteroatom is the different atom which gets attached as a functional group. This heteroatom provides specific properties to the compound regardless the length and the nature of the carbon chain. So this heteroatom is having some particular properties and it enhances the properties of the carbon chain or carbon ring, but it does not matter that how long the carbon chain is or what is its nature. So a functional group is the site of chemical reaction in any organic compound. That means this particular place where the different atom or group of atom is getting attached is the place on which different reactants can come and attack, and they can break this bond and make new substances. So these functional groups are less stable than carbon chains. Now let us have a glance at the common functional groups which are given in your NCERT book. So First, the atom or group of atom that will replace, or the element which will replace the hydrogen in the carbon chain or ring, is called heteroatom. So this is written in the first column. Then we have the class of compounds. This is the middle column, and then we will have the formula by which it is connected to the carbon chain or ring. So the first heteroatom are chlorine or bromine. They are known as haloalkanes in the class of compounds. So when we are getting their name will be chloro or bromo. Chloro or bromo. So if we are talking about the pentane, then if chloro as a functional group is attached, or chlorine as a functional group is attached, then we will call it as chloropentane. Or if bromine is getting attached, then we will call it as bromopentane. So the formula for this functional group will be a dash, that means a bond along with chlorine atom. Then for bromine, we will have one bond and bromine atom. Then the second heteroatom can be oxygen, that can attach to the carbon chain or carbon ring. So oxygen can attach in the various forms. So we have 4 different classes of compounds. When oxygen is getting attached, oxygen can be attached with the help of alcohols, aldehyde, ketone, carboxylic acid or carboxylic group. So these are the name of the functional group. Now let us see the formula. Alcohol, when in an organic compound, after removing one hydrogen, one OH group of atoms is combined or getting attached, then this compound will be some kind of alcohol, or this OH group represents the alcohol functional group. Then we have aldehydes. Aldehyde means when there is a replacement of hydrogen and addition of CHO, where C is having a double bond with hydrogen and single bond with hydrogen and double bond with oxygen. CHO functional group is known as aldehyde group. Then we have ketone in which C double bond O is there. So why I am making these 2 double bonds? Because this is such a functional group which is always attached in the middle of a branch, ring or a straight chain of carbon atoms. So C double bond O is the functional group called ketone group. Then we have carboxylic group or carboxylic acid. So that is COOH, C double bond O and C single bond OH. So COOH. So when this is replacing one hydrogen and the either carbon chain or carbon ring, so this is known as carboxylic group. Now let us do some quick examples of each of these functional groups. So the first is haloalkanes, in which we have chlorine and bromine functional atoms. So although these haloalkanes are always attached with some carbon chain, so suppose we are representing that carbon chain by R. So if it is getting attached with the haloalkanes, then if I represent chlorine and bromine group as X, then this will be attached as Rx. Let us see one example. Like we have CH3Cl. So here we have, so this has become one of the example of CH3Cl is one this is single atom, single carbon chain in which we are attaching chlorine. We can also attach here bromine. So this is example of haloalkane functional groups. Then we have alcohols. So alcohols, they are represented as OH group, which is getting attached with the carbon chain. So carbon chain or carbon ring will be R. So it will always get attached with the carbon chain like this, ROH. For example, if we have single carbon atom, then it is something like this, CH3 and OH get attached to it. So this will become CH3OH. So this, as we know that when single carbon is there, this is called meth. And when OH group is there, then we call it as ol, alcohol. So this is called as methanol. This we will be studying in the nomenclature part, so don't worry about it now. The third is ketones. So ketone, C double bond O will be getting attached in between the carbon ring. So suppose we have a long carbon ring and we are attaching the ketone group here. So suppose this is now R1 and this is R2, or if this is R and this is R dash, then we can have it like, if we have CH3 CH3 and if we have to attach C double bond O in between this, then how will it get attached? This will get attached, that we will have CH3 C CH3, or you can draw it like this, and here either on the lower side or on the upper side you can form C double bond O. So this, now this carbon is also completing its valencies and the rest of the carbons are also satisfied with the valencies. The same way we'll be having aldehydes. So aldehydes are C double bond OH. So when it is getting attached, so let us have an example, that if we are having a carbon chain that is denoted as R, so this will be attached as COH. This R can be anything, it can be CH3, then it is getting attached, or it can be a long chain or a cyclic compound as well. Now the last is carboxylic acid, so that is C double bond OH. So it will always get attached with the R C double bond OH. So this is how all these functional groups are attached with the carbon chains or cyclic rings, or carbon rings you can call. So as we know that functional group is attached to the carbon chain through replacing hydrogen atom or atoms. So they can be attached either at the end of the chain or in between the chain. So depending upon that, we have two or three types of functional groups. Terminal functional groups. The functional groups which are present at the end of the carbon chain are called terminal functional groups. Like we were having aldehyde and carboxylic group, so they are always attached at the terminals of the chain. Like we have CH3, so aldehyde, that is CHO is getting attached with the at the terminal of the chain. So this is just a single carbon, so this will be the only end of the chain. Then we have another example, and this CH3COH is called acetaldehyde. Okay. Then we have carboxylic group, that is COOH. So if CH3 is getting attached with COOH, then it is called acetic acid. This is the structural representation of acetic acid, that is CH3COOH. Now we have the second type, which is non-terminal functional groups, which are always present in between the chains, like ketone. So ketone, we have already done one example, CH3, and in between the chain of two carbon atoms, we have attached the functional group C double bond O, that is ketone. Along with the terminal and non-terminal functional groups, we have some kind of functional groups which can be attached either at the end of the chain or in between the chains. For example, alkenes, that means carbon is having a double bond with carbon, and alkynes, which are carbon triple bond carbon. So for example, we have a chain of 4 carbon atoms. All actually it is so we can have a double bond at the first position of the carbon atoms, or double bond of carbon which is at the first place, or this carbon can be at the this double bond can be at the second place also, and accordingly the valencies of the carbon atom will be satisfied using hydrogen atoms. So this is called butane, although it is butane only, but as we have the double butene, as we have a double bond at the position of first carbon, so this is called 1-butene. It can also be 2-butene if double bond is here and here we have a single bond. Now let us see the homework of today's lecture. So you are having 2 questions as your homework today. Question number 1 is, what is meant by a functional group in an organic compound? And the question number 2 is, pick out the functional groups present in the following compounds: CH3 CH2OH, second is CH3CHO, CH3CO CH3, CH3COOH, CH3COO, C2H5. So you have been given 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 compounds you have been given, and you have to find out the name of the functional group present in these compounds. So this is the homework for today, and now let us revise the lecture what we have done today. Now let us summarize the lecture once. We have done from the starting, we have done cyclic compounds. So cyclic compounds are the compounds which are having carbon atoms arranged in the form of ring. Now then we have seen that cyclic compounds are of 2 types: homocyclic and heterocyclic. So homo and hetero means, homo means similar kind of similar kind of atoms. That means only carbon atoms are present in the form of rings or chains, in the rings only, because we are talking about the cyclic compounds. Then we have talked about hetero, that in which in the carbon ring we are having one more or more than one different atoms from some other element like oxygen, sulfur, nitrogen. We have seen the examples of homocyclic and heterocyclic both. In heterocyclic we have done thiophene, pyrrole and furan. These were important structures. We have done also pyridine. Then we have done the functional groups. Functional groups is an atom or group of atoms which is attached in a carbon ring, either at the end or in between, and it is having its own specific properties. And this functional group is always attached by replacing one or more hydrogen atoms from the carbon ring or carbon chain, you can say. The functional groups can be attached in the branches of carbon, or rings of carbon, or simple straight chain of carbon atoms. Then we have seen the hetero element or heteroatom. Heteroatom, the different element other than carbon which will replace the hydrogen and get attached with the carbon atoms in the chain or ring, that will call as heteroatom. So we have studied about chlorine, bromine and oxygen. Chlorine is called for chloro, and this is called bromo, and this is having various names as functional groups. It can be alcohols, which is having a OH group. Then we have ketones, which is having a C double bond O. Then we have aldehydes. Aldehyde is CHO. CHO. We have a double bond in with the C double bond OH. Then we have also done carboxylic group or carboxylic acid, you can say, that is double bond O, OH, COOH. So these were the functional groups, and we have also seen that how they are getting attached with the carbon chain. We have seen many of the examples of this, and we have also done the terminal and non-terminal functional groups. So terminal alcohol and aldehyde both are called terminal functional groups, and non-terminal are ketone groups. And some of the functional groups uh, are of the way that they can be attached either in the mid or at the end of the carbon chain or a ring. So this was all about the today's lecture. In the next lecture, that means lecture number 7, we will be doing the homologous series, and we will start with the nomenclature of the organic compounds. So till then, do your homework, take care, and goodbye.